Hi, this is Carlos Cousins. So following is an ACT reading test question that is asking us the reason for an occurrence in a prose passage. Again, this is one of the hardest types of questions on this test. So don't feel too bad if you got this one wrong, because you really have to go and sort of a hide-and-seek exercise, find exactly why this occurred in the passage. It turns out that the mention of the servant leaving his master and the master seeing him off occurs around line 55 over here. We have, when all was ready and the day came for my departure, I took leave of my master. So he was saying goodbye to everybody and everything was going well. But he took, whoops, but then it says, but his honor, out of curiosity, and perhaps, if I may speak without vanity, partly out of kindness, so we've got curiosity and kindness here, was determined to see me in my canoe, and got several of his neighboring friends to accompany him. So, it was the master who decided to see him out of his own curiosity and kindness, see him off. And it goes on. It says he took a second leave of the master, etc., etc. And then when he's talking about people who might not believe that the master was able to, or that the master would even consider seeing him off, it says here, I'm not ignorant how much I have been censured for mentioning this last particular, for my detractors are pleased to think it improbable that so illustrious a person should descend to give so great a mark of distinction to a creature as inferior as I. But then, neither have I forgotten how apt some travelers are to boast of the extraordinary favors they have received. But if these encounters were censurers, were better acquainted with the noble and courteous disposition of the Honium, however you pronounce this. So we've got curiosity, kindness, nobility, courteousness. So that's courtesy, or yeah, or whatever is going on here. So his master was grieved to see him go. Not necessarily. Nobility, courtesy, kindness, curiosity, not grief. So that's not okay. His master was curious, yes, about the craft, not necessarily. It would be an assumption to say that the master went only to see his canoe and not the servant leaving on that canoe. So that's why B isn't necessarily the right answer. His master wanted to make sure he really left. Again, this is an assumption. We're not quite sure of that. It's very likely that it was because of curiosity, kindness, nobility, or courtesy, and not because he wanted to get rid of him. His master was curious and kind. So this would be the right answer because of these two mentions. Whoops, sorry, these two mentions up top here. So that's why answer choice D is the right answer. I hope that helps. Happy prepping.